welcome to another video. Today we're going to be experimenting with another team. This time we're an open ultra. We've got XL Drift Blim, just running standard movesets on that one. Hex, Icy Wind, Shadow Ball. And we're going to try out my XL Scrafty. It's best buddied at the moment to get to its max. Counter, Power Punch, Foul Play. And in the back, we're going to be running Ninetales, Charm Ninetales, Alolan Ninetales with a Weather Ball and Dazzling Gleam. So it's basically a Giratina hate team, and I wouldn't have it any other way. So let's jump in and see how we go. All right, keeping in mind, have no clue about matchups, never used this team before, so this could be pretty interesting. So move coming through from Cresselia, probably Moonblast. We're at the Shadow Ball now, and I think we'll go that way. Most people don't like to shield their tanks, especially straight up, so we'll give it a go. And they've shielded, so that's pretty surprising. Now, got 5 battles today. This is all just from the one set, back to back. I'm not sure if I've cut them in the right order, but yeah, it's basically just 5 games. All right, we're going to go the Nuke again and see if he's willing to shield twice. Doesn't this time, so we're all good here. Temptation might be to actually shield and farm down, so we'll shield here, and they've swapped straight away into the Poly, and we'll throw the Shadow Ball. Icy Wind might have been a temptation, but just getting that shield's probably the way to go here. Not in a great position though. The Politoad's going to be shooting out these Weather Balls flat out. Yeah, I hope you guys like the the Shadow Politoad video from yesterday. That Politoad, I've never really used it before, but it's just crazy how quickly it gets to its moves. And as you can see here, just, 2 charms, and then next thing you know, another Weather Ball's coming through. So it's pretty flat out. All right, getting to a move here. Obviously, this is going to be pretty ineffective, but it's just a bit of chip, trying to get this thing as low as we can. They've thrown, so it was CMP, which was very ideal. So if you have to come in with the Scrafty, and they've just gone straight into their Umbreon, and unfortunately for them, that's GG's. Scrafty's an absolute wall to Umbreon. I guess they didn't want to get farmed down, so yeah, they've come in here. They probably realised it's all over. They'll throw Last Resorts, and look, Last Resorts do a little bit of chip, but yeah, even his Umbreon's no chance here, and it's good to see someone getting a bit of their own back on these Umbreons that are rolling around, so I'll just be able to counter this all the way down. And be able to it gets another one off here, but doesn't really matter what happens here. Goes back into the Poly, we'll throw the Power Punch, and we should be able to get the chip this down and get a Foul Play off against the Cresselia. Even if it's out of move, it doesn't matter too much, but I don't think it is, so we'll get this. And this is overkill, so not a bad game here. Scrafty tidying up the back end, and they've left the game a little bit early there. Alright, this game is pretty weird. Okay, so kind of neutral lead. I think if you just debuff, you will win. Now, it looks like he just stopped attacking there. I'm not sure 100% if, he lagged, or I'm not sure 100% what was going on there, but I've thrown the Shadow Ball. Now, he appears to be throwing moves, so I think he's okay. Now, I shield, and he does that. So, I'm not sure if he thought he was facing Jellicent or he's just memeing, but made it pretty easy for me to just Icy Wind here. Probably didn't even need to do this, to be honest. And then just go into Ninetales. And if he was somehow triggered before about lag or whatever, he ended up just quitting there. So I'm not sure what the go was there. He's pretty near Legend too, so I'm not sure why he's throwing Earthquakes. Anyway, yeah, weird. Okay, so Talonflame pretty much guts this whole team, because it can just sort of rev itself up, and yeah, very tough position here. Although I think from memory I could have won this game, but I was tapping on the move and it wasn't working. So anyway, we'll see how we go here. So just throwing Icy Winds, and the goal here is to basically trade shields and get rid of this Talonflame. It's not a great matchup, this one, so we're just going to keep debuffing it and get the shields, and so we'll get the last shield here, and he'll have to decide if he wants switch or what they want to do. So they've thrown the move, and we don't want to get farmed down here, so we're just going to swap straight out and try and charm this thing down. It's bad news, obviously. They get to the move here, but it is been debuffed a couple of times, so this won't KO. And just trying to charm it all the way down here, and we get it done. Now this is the bit where, so about now, I've tried to throw my move. You can see it a couple of times pulsating there, but even before that I was pressing it. So I didn't actually get to throw my weather ball, and I think that probably meant I lost the game here. Because as you're about to see, I have to bring in my Scrafty, and he gets to a move, and I'm pretty sure he's almost in weather ball range. So I probably would have been able to come in and actually just counter down with the Scrafty and had a whole heap of energy. Because what you're about to see here is it's an Umbreon in the back. So if I'd actually had more health or a bit more energy, I would have won this game. So it's a bit annoying, but obviously everyone's got to deal with the glitches Niantic have going on. Yeah, some games you just stop attacking for massive periods of time, and I think there's one where you might see that here where the charge move is just like loading forever and doesn't actually do anything. But yeah, unfortunately we're not quite going to get there, but yeah, as you see, if we'd had another power up punch now, we would have actually KO'd and we would have potentially had that if the move had gone through on the Gyarados. So a bit of a rip there, but you know, who cares? Alright, so Giratina lead. Seems like it would be pretty good, but they're both hitting each other for super effective. So I wasn't sure who wins this matchup or whatever. So I just thought if I go in and debuff it a few times, maybe I can then just go in and maybe counter down with the Scrafty or something. Because I was going to get at least another Icy Wind off here. But yeah, we'll have to see how this matchup goes. It's so his attack's dropped again, and I think I'll let this one go through, and maybe I needed to shield. I'm not 100% sure on that. Probably needed to shield there, and then I probably would have at least got a shield from him, but his Dragon Claw goes through, and I get lose there. So maybe it's the 2 shield or something like that you've got to go for. Anyway, I came in and thought optimistically here that I will just counter this thing all the way down. Obviously it's resisted, but I'm resisting all the moves as well, so I didn't think it would do that much damage, but it is actually kind of chipping away a little bit, so not amazing. And yeah, so tons of energy. There's pretty much only one thing we don't want to see, and as long as it's anything else, we're going to have 100 energy ready to go for it, and it's the thing we don't want to see. So pretty much a GG's here, and hard counted in the back. So perhaps, winning the lead was probably the go there. If I'd maybe just double shielded and kept throwing Icy Winds, I think I probably would have beaten the Giratina. And if I'd done that, even if I'd been a shield down, I probably would have had that game sorted. Alright, so going into the next game now. Got Ninetales here. Looks like I've cut these in the wrong order. So obviously mine's Charm. He's going to get to the moves faster. He's just grabbed some energy, and then he's gone into Cresselia. The Cresselia matchup's not too bad here. Obviously it can throw Moonblast, but you can kind of take a couple of those, and the charm damage is actually quite significant here. So they've gone the future side thinking we wouldn't shield, and they were right, so well played by them there. Alright, so but we're still chipping away here, and here's this lag we're talking about. So you don't know if you're getting Psycho cut down or they're in the same position with lag, but anyway, you just sit here for a little while and wait, and it's really hard to know. Psycho cut doesn't really do a lot of damage, so I don't know if they've got 50 moves here, but we'll shield. It's kind of what we need to do. They swap. We're at the move, and so we'll keep that one alive, and we'll come in with Scrafty. Now the goal here is to take a couple of weather ball. Oh, it's the Gleam. So yeah, called the Gleam there, which is good. Had a feeling it was coming, so we'll just have to see what they decide to do here. We'll start ramping up with Scrafty. They've still got their shields, and they're kind of low on health, which is actually really good for us because they're going to have to start shielding now, and they've got no choice about what they shield. Which is super good. So Politoed's basically their last mod now, and they've got no choice. I mean, if a boosted foul play goes through, they're going to lose. So they're just going to be shielding power up punches. And to be honest, I should have power up punched again here. I just didn't want them calling the bait, and really getting the last shield's all I need to do now. So if I just throw the foul play here, this will get the last shield. I can then go into my full health Drift Bloom, which I'll do. And the CMP, that's even better, so it'll be out of energy. So all I really need to do now is go into the Drift Bloom and get the Shadow Ball off, which we'll do here. And we're in a really good position. So even if they'll probably get a bit more chip damage off. Actually, they might even get to the Blizzard here. So the Boo coming through now. It is the Blizzard, but actually that works really well because we can just charm down, and we've got a move ready for the Cresselia, and that'll be that. So not a bad win there. So that's the set done. Look, overall, team isn't too bad. It's weak to Talonflame, and as you saw in that one game, if it doesn't get a good switch, you're in a bit of trouble. But yeah, overall not too bad, quite strong, and yeah, if you run into a Giratina, you're generally going to be okay. It doesn't matter if you win switch or not. All right, and here we have the Pikachu Libre set, and unfortunately just didn't get the Libre as shiny, but another one in the bag, and we'll try again next season. Thanks for watching.